Quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm.
Run up and down lots of corridors!
That was the one!
He's turned off to the right, Brigadier.
Locking phasers on target.
They're locking phasers. Ray shields.
Fire!
But I tell you what it will be. I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime.
Yes, indeed, ladies and yes, indeed. Good evening or good morning. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. It's another fine Tuesday. It's another hot day. Well, that cooled down a bit, thank God. Oh, thank God it was so hot last week. It was just like, I would take the dog for a walk, not every day because it was too bloody hot, and I'll come back and I was dripping. And not in a good way, ladies and gentlemen, not in a good way. We have a lot to get to tonight. We have a lot to get to. I really wanted to spend the show focusing on 2020 to 2025 Big Finish. I don't know what I'm going to see there. I know I've been through it, but I don't know. Like, see that macro overview we did, was it last week before, of 2015 to 2020? You saw that slide into disaster. And man, they're just not back. I mean, like, I'm nearly finished the the Companion Chronicles from like months and months ago. Like, I nearly finished it. I can review it, and I haven't even started the Colin Baker one. They're just not putting out interesting content. Bottom line, right? Most of the time, I would much rather listen to something old, right? Re-listen to something, and I got so much to re-listen to. So I don't know. I mean, there are a number of things I'm looking forward to getting, though. Having said that, they did actually announce something that looked pretty good, but I don't know. Yeah, what can I tell you? I'll tell you exactly what the problem is. Like, and it's a real tragedy as well, because Big Finish, they, when they first started, right, they were a good alternative to the Virgin New Adventures. That was, they were very progressive. I mean, not progressive like today. Progressive in that, it's. They were forward thinking, right? It was very modern Doctor Who, and I really loved it. Genuinely. Where's that clip I'm looking for now? Oh man, they reorganized everything on StreamYard, which was what I streamed through, and now I can't. Now I got all my clips, but I'm trying to find it. We have this one.
Oh, there are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Oh, here.
Rabbi, you're a very naughty boy.
That is also true, Nicola. And I don't know why it turns me on you telling me that. But it does, right? It does. I'm not going to lie to you, baby. I'm not going to lie. No, but like, Big Finish went deep woke, right? They really, instead of, again, well, Doctor Who itself was going crazily woke, and we're going to look at an article about that as well today, right? They could have been a much more traditional Doctor Who, which is what they were at the beginning, right? At the beginning, we have Virgin New Adventures. I really loved them, right? But they were very, very modern, right? They're very on the cutting edge. And when Big Finish came, they made a decision to do very traditional Doctor Who, right? And I think it was to their benefit, right? Because look, the traditional crowd were not being serviced. Right, who were in the way that in the way that the more progressive crowd were, right? My crowd again, but I was so And so they did very, very well. But instead, when when Big Finish went completely woke, just everything fell apart. They should have kept the classic ranges, very, very traditional. And I think, boy, if they had done that, they would have been a jewel in a sea of shit, right? But why? Here's the thing: you can't go a bit woke. If you go woke in any way, it all falls apart. You know how we know this? Well, one of the top experts in the world has commented on this, and he left me a message. What is the reason for this?
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
I mean, that is just true. Everything woke turns to shit, right? It's not everything shit is woke, but everything woke turns to shit. So, yeah, we will indeed be looking at that. We're looking at Balla Ramsey. Oh, God help us. God help us. Oh, boy. Is this somebody... is somebody out of step with the current times, right? Sadly so. Sadly. Anyway, I think the news is good in England right now because the revolution has begun. The revolution has begun, and it's a very effective revolution. There's a Raise the Colours campaign going on. Very, very, very grassroots. Of people raising the Jules Cross and the Union Jack. I was listening to, a card of Sargon, the Lotus Eaters guy, and he made a very good point, which I think I agree with, and that it's very important not to use the Union Jack, but to use the George Cross, right? Because what you're doing right there, you're laying dominance, you're claiming dominance on this land, on this place, right? You're saying, this is England, right? This is why they want to cover it with Palestinian flags. This is why they want to cover it with LBGT flags, like rainbow flags, because they wanted to take England away from you. And now people have woken up and they said enough, right? They said enough. And it's the best protest ever because what they're doing right, there's no real argument against it, especially after the last 2 years of flying. Yeah, again, after the last 7 years, flying relentless rainbow flags, relentless Palestinian flags, right? Any flag but from me. And the councils, they hate it. Oh, they hate it so much because they're very clear. They want to be dominant. They want their anti-British, anti-Western civilization crowd to be the dominant force. And the British are saying, nah, in a very British way as well, right? And I think it's really working because it's making them crazy, right? And they're going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. Where is this? Let me find... raise the flags. Is this the one?
Which you've displayed here.
Oh, we're going to get to in a minute. Somebody's seething with anger, that guy. Is this it? Yeah, this must be it. I think it's one of them. Again, these are just people. People went around putting the rainbow flags up everywhere, went around putting the Palestinian flags up everywhere. Right? It's just people doing that.
You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you.
It's going on everywhere, and boy, if you live in England too, I encourage you to do this.
Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get round the back. Catch me if you can, cause I'm the England man.
So yeah, this is making the wokey councils insane. Oh, so glorious. Yeah, people doing it here. Again, just like they did with those rainbow flags, right? Thank God they're gone. Oh, I mean, they're not gone. Are they gone or did we just get used to them? I don't know. Here, look, I love this. Yeah, it's a really good idea, right? Just fill in all the potholes. They'll never be able to get to it. Anyway, but of course, those that hate England hate seeing this flag, right? And I'm going to ask you, if you hate England, why are you so insistent on living there? Because they hate it so much, they want to destroy it, right? They really genuinely want to destroy it.
Which you've displayed here. Those are the flags which the British Army marched into places like India, Pakistan, Bengal, Africa, and colonized 25% of the world.
Yeah. And you're still here, right? You have this incredible life. And they're all rushing to get here because England made a freaking wonderful world. A wonderful country that everybody wants to be a part of. Yeah, exactly, and that's the point. That's why you wanted to put your Palestinian flags up. That's why you want your rainbow flags, because you want to know you're the dominant people. You're not. Oh, this is gorgeous. Honestly, I love it. I absolutely adore it. Yeah, and I'm like super patriotic for Israel, right? But this is lovely. Oh, this is lovely. It only took a week to break Starmer. Like he cracked almost instantly because there's nothing you can really say. The only argument is some like, administrative piece of bollocks. Yeah, and you should love your flag because England's freaking awesome, right? England is, by every stretch of imagination, freaking awesome. Here, 1 second. But of course, yeah, people. Oh, this is not the one. Hang on. Very, very, very opposed to it. Where is this? Is this the one? Oh, here's the first one. But then where it goes is fascinating. Hang on. Is this it? Yeah, and this is where it goes. Where am I? Doink. And you get to see the intelligentsia, right? Meet the British people, and they don't like it. I remember, who was it? Newsnight, where it had, what's his name? Sharon Chakrabarti, and I think it must be a Reform MP or something going on, or councillor, and they're saying like, look, we want to leave the ERH, right? And they're like, oh no, not the European Court of Human Rights. No, I wouldn't want to live in a country like that, darling. Nobody wants to live in a country with it, right? Nobody wants to live in a country with it. Yeah, so doink.
Teeth of seeing the Palestine flags all over the place in cities like even Stoke-on-Trent, but parts of Birmingham as well.
I mean, look, to me, they're a Nazi flag. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, they perpetrated a hoax. Oh, who's that? Hang on. Is that the BBC? No, let's see who this is. It's a local number. Hello. Ah, it's off. It's a forgetting voicemail in Israel. Leave me alone. Give me alone. Look. Less than 2 weeks ago, they were perpetrating a hoax that Israel was starving Palestinian babies, right? Because we're so evil, right? These are scum. I mean, honestly, and like, I'm sorry. The reality is the Palestinian people 100% supported October 7th.
But why are you sick to the back teeth of seeing the Palestine?
Because
they're fucking terrorist cunts.
Because this is not Palestine. This is the United Kingdom, and in this country, our flag should be flying, and our flag only.
In Birmingham, we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. They have a parade, and the Irish flag gets waved.
Let me ask you: do you think St. Patrick's Day is of the similar culture to the Union Cross? And do you think the Palestinian flag is of a similar culture? Let me just remind you, Palestinian culture really up for raping people because they don't like it, because they hate Jews.
You can wave flags if they want, but on flag poles, on a lamppost, if people want to show their patriotism, then that's absolutely fine with me.
And the reason they put the flags up is to show their dominance over you. Right, this is such a great campaign.
I don't want to see.
So when we had the Ukraine, we had the Ukraine flag a lot. Were you sick to death of that as well?
Well, I think
again, it's a European country, so it has a somewhat different connotation, doesn't it?
That's an entirely separate argument at the time of the conflict.
So so then they go into it in a little bit more detail, and oh boy, again, you see everything that's wrong about the British intelligentsia, right? Everything that's wrong about them.
Of children and the killing of innocent people.
Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie perpetrated by pieces of shit like not Leo, the guy. Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire deal. Fuck them. The reason they're agreeing to a ceasefire deal because Israel's finally going to invade and wipe them out completely. Their invasion, and that's why their invasion plans are so solid, right? Because it's the ultimate leverage. And their ceasefire deal, fuck them. The only ceasefire deal should be disarm and leave, right? That's what you get to do, Hamas. Disarm and leave.
But should he be allowed to do that?
Well, the killing of innocent people started on October the 7th, when we saw that Hamas come in and butcher 14.
Well, I think some people will say on all sides it probably started way before October.
Yeah. No, actually, it started in 1948 when you lied and lied and lied and lied. People of a similar color to you, right? I don't put people's skin color in this everybody in the same basket, but you seem to be very much of that similar skin color worldview that England's awful, right? And the Western civilization is awful. Yeah, there was a thing called the 1948 War of Independence. We called it Yom Ha'atzmaut, where we successfully survived an attack from 5 surrounding armies, and we had our territory cut in half, but we had a workable state, right? And we just our survival. And what did people like this call it? They call it the Nakba, because they lied and lied and lied through their fucking teeth, because that's all they know how to do is lie and lie and lie through their fucking teeth. And they know they were evil devil men. They raped and murdered. They ate children, then they starved them. Really? After the end? Yes, they're that bad. Yeah, so I'm sorry that you want to perpetrate this Jew-hating hoax, right? And look, Kev, if Hamas is agreeing to ceasefire deal, this is today or yesterday, right? It's been thoroughly debunked now, but not to the intelligentsia chattering classes. Again, and they were exactly the same before World War II. They were the exact same people were in bed with Hitler. The academia, intelligentsia, the arts. So you were all in bed with Hitler. They were, he's a strong hand. He's going to make everything better.
The 7th, actually. But the point is...
But Adil, what's the reason for this? The reason is Hamas has literally got its own doctrine that it wants to eradicate the Israeli state and the Jew.
But so is that...
And they actually want to kill all Jews. That's in the doctrine.
Basically, Iran,
that is also in the Likud party.
Also wants to do that.
No, it's fucking not. No, it's fucking not. We don't want to kill all Muslims. We don't want to kill all Palestinians, you lying piece of shit. No, we don't. We want to have our country and we want to survive, and we offered the Palestinian state over and over and over and over again. In fact, why is Gaza the shithole, hellhole that it is? Because we left in 2005 so they can form a state, and they got billions of dollars. Instead of putting that into building a state, they put it into killing Jews, because that's what they care about.
It's also in Netanyahu's party charter as well.
No, Netanyahu is defending Israel's right to exist, to live, to breathe.
I mean, this moral equivalent, you are absolutely got your head up your ass.
Palestinians would probably... I'm just putting...
Okay, Palestinians would be able to live and breathe really easily if only they gave up on killing Jews, right? If only they gave up on murdering Jews because they're Jews, then we would have peace. In a second, overnight, right? That's the only obstacle to peace. That Palestinians want to murder Jews because they're Jews. And that's the only reason. Somebody else said to me on Facebook a week ago, said, well, aren't the Palestinians just fighting to protect themselves? No, the reason they're being bombed into the Stone Age, and they are, is because they won't give up on murdering us. That's it. That's it. And murdering if we're lucky. Rape, murder, and torture, more likely.
It's like the Palestinians would say the same thing.
Yeah, they would, because they're lying cunts.
They're defending their right to exist.
Well, Palestine was self-governed from 2005. Israel withdrew from there.
But you're not saying that do you admit there's a forced starvation of
Nope.
children going on in Gaza right now?
I don't believe there's a forced starvation, no. While I believe what's going on in Gaza is a very difficult situation where aid is trying to get to the front line. And we're trying to make sure Hamas are not commandeering...
Again, I want to tie this back to the British flag, right? Because you've got to understand, this is the dividing line that we're living in right now. You can either be on the side of us in Israel against these inhuman animals that want to destroy your society, right? Or you can be on the side of the inhuman animals that want to destroy Western civilization. Right, that is your, and it's so clear how the demarcation has happened.
Aid trucks, as they have been doing, and using aid as a weapon to feed in bits their own people in order to keep their people on their sides.
Plus, they staged the pictures of the kids starving. Right, it's 100% been staged. Right, or they pick pictures of kids that had nothing to do with Gaza. Right, they have some kind of bone disease or muscular disease. Oh, look at what you've done to them. Right, it's disgusting what they've done. And yes, 85 to 89% of all aid that's gone into Gaza has gone straight to Hamas and not to the people who needed it, right? That's why the Americans and Israelis set up a different distribution system to take the power away from them. That's why they started the starvation hoax right there. because they can't survive without the aid, right? They can't, and they just take, and now it's going back in as it was before. They take everything. They made $500 million out the aid last year, right? And you want to blame the Jews? Of course you want to blame the Jews. You know why? It's easier than blaming your fucking self, isn't it?
Keep the international narrative going.
So all the UN aid agencies, Save the Children, UNICEF, who will keep saying that this is not true, are they all lying, or are they?
Well, you mean like you have a whole organization that's systemically racist? You know, like the BBC. I mean, that's not you, the BBC. But you know, do I believe that? Well, yes, actually, I do. Actually, I do. Right. That's why you have people working for the UN involved in the raids of October, the murdering, the rapes of October the 7th.
Part of Hamas? What are you suggesting?
Well, let's not forget, with some UN workers, we did find out they were part of Hamas. Obviously, that's been uncovered and undocumented, which is why we stopped giving aid through normal channels, which was the right thing to do at that time. And the reality,
I mean, this guy's great. He's running rings around whoever the schmuck is.
Is that we've got a situation which was not the making of Israel, was the making of Hamas. Hamas have used billions of pounds of aid, international.
Okay. Former Tory deputy chairman. Why can't he be the leader of the Tories? This is the most base Tory I've ever seen.
To build tunnels, buy weapons, and live in luxury in Qatar for their leadership, whilst the people have not had the investment into their schools and into their education system, not had the investment into their towns. And
you make a very good point about the Qatar thing, but then the allegation is that Netanyahu facilitated that in many ways.
Yeah, it's called an allegation. Right, and we get lots of allegations. Right, my allegation is that you're a shit-eating cunt. Right? Have a guess whose allegation is more likely to be correct. I think mine.
Well, but just on the children point then, the UK is putting a plan together. The UK government is putting a plan together to allow 30 to 50 Gazan children.
Oh, fantastic. Good for them. That's the brain trust of Keir Starmer and David Lammy working together. The government, who everybody adores and loves.
To come over here for medical aid. Do you agree with that? Or do you think hostages should be released before even that happens then?
So I'm not uncompassionate. I don't think the British...
It's an interesting question, actually. That is an interesting question. I think I would... Honestly, I'll support you getting like 50,000, 100,000. A million. Take as many as you like, right? Take as many. It's not like it's going to make things any worse.
British people are as well. I think if there are children who, through no fault of their own, have fallen victim to...
Well, what's the likelihood they're going to show up and they're going to be like 30-year-olds with Kalashnikovs? No, I'm 5. Really, no.
Weapons being dropped on them, whether that be bombs or bullets, and they need some sort of support, then there should be. My concern would be, is this then a route to start allowing people to come via asylum system? Because there is rumour that there will be family members allowed to then apply into the asylum system. We should not be.
I support the Labour government. Take them all. Have fun there, England. You have fun. Okay, we're groovy.
Using this as an opportunity to enter.
Although we did have a system in for Ukraine, didn't we?
But very different. Yeah,
again, Ukraine have a roughly similar culture. Yeah, again, that's the elephant in the room. None of them can deal with. Right, Ukraine has a roughly similar culture.
Where, let's forget, the Egyptians and the Jordanians don't even want people from Gaza into their country because they know Hamas runs rife amongst their population.
But they have in the past. There's many Palestinians.
No, they haven't. No, I haven't. You lying piece of shit. No, there's more barbed wire between Egypt and Gaza than there is between Israel and Gaza.
Palestinian refugees living in all those surrounding countries. But Jonathan Ashworth.
No, an absolute lie.
Rupert Lowe has wrote a letter to the government yesterday morning, saying that he was concerned about this government system to bring children over. Are we right to do that? There'll be some people at home saying the NHS is already under strain, but are we right?
As I said, take as many as you like.
Right to allow 30 to 50 Gazan children to come out.
I mean,
Rupert Lowe, get medical aid.
I mean, Rupert Lowe would say that. I mean, he's so obnoxious and extreme. Is he?
The doctor said extreme. How's the extreme? Right? How's the extreme? Again. 3 weeks ago, you were saying chicks are dicks, right? You know, that was the thing. Now you backed off from that because everybody's run screaming from it.
Even been kicked out of the Reform Party. Look, of course we should be doing more to support children, to help children.
What about Israeli children, you cunt? No, they don't fucking matter, do they? No, they're just Jews.
Offer the medical aid and
hotels and driving lessons and police stations. And maybe a stipend, right, and immunity from raping English women. Yeah, of course they should.
You treat children in.
By By the way, did you mind the children, all the children being raped by your Muslim grooming gangs that you protected, right? Because you didn't want to lose your Muslim vote.
Our hospitals. What we are seeing in this part of the world is absolutely heartbreaking and intolerable. Of course, Hamas are evil butchers.
Of course, but we're going to treat them better than the Jews because they're not Jews.
And of course, we should have the unconditional release of all hostages.
Well, I don't think that's what your prime minister holds. It's certainly not what David Lammy thinks. Man, I can't stand any of these people. Anyway, now I've lost the button to play. Where'd it go? I'm over it. Hang on, doink.
But children are starving.
And do you think it's a forced starvation?
Innocent, yeah. Innocent,
No, it's not a full starvation, other than by Hamas.
Aid is not being allowed in. Innocent lives are being lost all the time in that part of the world. Yes, of course we need a ceasefire. I have long called for a ceasefire.
No. We need a surrender. We need Hamas to surrender. Disarm and fuck off. That's what you need to happen. And then it's all over. Why are you not for that? Why you want this raping, murdering scum to retain their arms and position? Why? For what? I mean, like, you're willing to sacrifice all these children being starved, apparently, just to protect Hamas? You guys are weird.
I wanted my party to come out much earlier for a ceasefire than they actually did. I mean, we do support a ceasefire now, but we should have come out much sooner to call.
Okay, again, Hamas is the one that rejects ceasefires.
For a ceasefire, because it was obvious that this was heading for absolute humanitarian catastrophe. And I hope.
I mean, maybe you might want to call it humanitarian catastrophe, but it's far less of the humanitarian catastrophe in Syria right now, where the Druze are being slaughtered and raped and beaten.
The ceasefire. I mean, look, I've got little. I don't feel very positive about it because we've seen these false starts so many times in this dreadful conflict. But I hope we do get a ceasefire, and I hope the world can put.
I honestly, if the Trumpster can pull off Ukraine, and I hope he can, that'd be wonderful. If he can pull off a Ukraine-Russia deal, I think all eyes are on that next. And I would love to see Hamas get decimated.
It's international and diplomatic efforts into bringing about a sustainable peace and indeed a viable Palestinian state alongside a secure Israel.
Yeah. How about the one called Jordan? That seems pretty darn viable, doesn't it? Anyway, to pick us up a little bit. By the way, no, before we move on, I saw this video, and this explains what the Palestinian war system is really all about. Check this out; it's wonderful. Then there's also how bad your job is. Keep in mind, it's not this job, right? It's not this job. Look at that! Holy shit!
这么脏！哎呀，好在有这个清洁阿姨天天来这里扫地。
I don't know what
辛苦了，辛苦了。
But it better be Sidney fucking Sweeney. Listen, just so you know, if you're younger, you're going to get old one day, but it does not end when you're old. Check this out. This is wonderful. Let's watch that again. Oh, that's freaking wonderful. Tom Hiddleston is the best, right? Is the absolute best. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to the chat. Doink. Where is it? It's over here. Doink. A bit of Millie Gibson Spider-Man action. And 1 second, by the way, the Bella Ramsey here was made by Grok, the X, the Twitter AI did a very good job, right? Actually did a very good job. Sorry, Bella, the era of weird, non-binary, sexless troglodytes is over. Yeah, you missed your moment, Bella. You missed your moment. Finally, femininity is back, baby. Oh, come on, give us a snog. I'm like, look, Bella, darling, I'm sorry your boobs are kind of small and you don't have much of a shape going on, right? I think probably, you know, you could get a makeover and look like a girl. And I'm not talking about surgery, but like you could look feminine. But like, I get it. You're not Sydney Sweeney. I totally get it, darling. But you're not a boy either. And the idea there's no difference between boys and girls, for fuck's sake, darling. For fuck's sake. Really? It's, I mean, honestly, she was more feminine when she was a kid in Game of Thrones. When she was like, you know, what was she? She was one of the northern, what name of the house was she in? I can't remember. King of the North. Oh, man, that's when Game of Thrones was good, right? Bella Ramsey wants to be Spider-Man, Bella, darling, on behalf of the whole world. Fuck off. Yeah, exactly. Doctor Who Star Trek crossover finally happens. I know, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, it's not the first time, actually. In the in Next Generation, a lot of the time, I think especially in Medbay, there was lots of Doctor Who references. Right, there was Red Dwarf references on the displays as well. There's another one. There was another display called medical insurance, like, you know, MI status. It was medical insurance status, and it would go if it goes. Oh, that's funny. Big Finish went woke. Will it go broke? I don't know. Right, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm amazed. Actually, am I amazed? I mean, I don't know. Maybe the audience for Doctor Who massively grew since 2005, right, with the new series, and it's shrinking to the levels before then. Oh, I think it's going to shrink to less than that. What will be the first to go, Big Finish or Doctor Who magazine? Could go either way, right? It really could go either way. I hope they both survive, quite frankly. Will they? I don't know. Genuinely do not know, right? Do not know. Anyway, with that, let us get to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Doink. Wait. But I like how the AI like completely morphs Bella Ramsey's face. I think, yeah, that looks about right to me. I had to do this like four renders with this because they kept coming out just weird. Anyway, my AI subscription renews in 2 days, so I'm doing fine for that. Anyway, we're going to go. Oh, geez, it fine. Yes, you got that Jane Tranter interview. We are going to be looking at that. What bullshit! What incredible bullshit! Yeah. It's we were strangely fascinated about Dr. J. We were, you were. I mean, like, again. Oh, they do this weird shit, and you comment on the weird shit, and they go, "Why are you talking about it? Are you a racist?" I don't understand it. Peter Rich says the woman is clearly mental. Must be Jane Trent. Yeah, well, they're in the entertainment industry. They're all fucking mental, aren't they? Dan Evans here, as is Jonathan Cox. How you doing? As is Catherine Fee. Thank you for joining us. Who else we got? Running through the chat now. King Charles is being stalked by cryptid big cat. I don't know what any of that means. Right, I do not know what that means, but okay. Dingley Strawbridge says, "Hello, Rabbi. Lovely afternoon, and people in the chat. Well, lovely. I echo those sentiments. Lovely afternoon, lovely day, as they say in the village." Archie Collins says, "That's Tzvi Lebetkin. The best thing about the flag process is any excuse they can use to remove the St. George's flag can be used back at them to remove their pride flags. Yeah, but they that's what's making them so crazy, right? That is what's making them. And I love it. Oh, I love it." Police really got caught arresting a firefighter for talking shit about his boss on Facebook, as Toby Young's had a massive go at them. I don't know who Toby Young was. Okay, look, the police are just awful. Saw plenty of the Wales, says Oti in Wales. Very good. I'm Scottish, live in England. I think the English should display their flag. Yeah, you should be proud of your culture. Right, I never cared until Paladin and paid everywhere. Now I want to raise one. I hope you're talking about an English flag. Take me rubbish. The reason I hate us is simple. So many globalist efforts through history have been ruined by those pesky little island off Northwest Europe. That is true. That is true. Lonnie is here. How you doing, Lonnie? Thank you for joining us. By the way, Lonnie, I thought of you this Sabbath. We had a very good brisket. right? My wife cooked it overnight in the crock pot, the slow cooker. Oh boy, did that come good. That was great. What am I up to? Fine. Jonathan Cox is still here. And Olani says, I watched Star Trek episode 6, and it was shit. Yeah, it imitated Doomsday. Okay, but it wasn't woke, though. They can't dive into good things for their own sake. Again, they removed woke from it, and it really wasn't woke. And it was, I would say it was an episode that, with a rewrite or two, could have worked in any Star Trek series, right? It was probably one of the best ones they've done. Actually, honestly, and I know a lot of people disagree with this, I really love Ray Wilson playing Harry Mudd. I thought it was a really clever take on it, right? He'll be a great villain. Bobby D75 is here. Chris saying the classic Doctors were too posh. He sounds like Russell. Well, Chris says everybody's too posh, right? 30 to 50 children with their families. So let's times that by 12. 50 times 12 is... let me do the math now. Now I'm stumped. 10, 120, 12, 24, 36, 48, 600. Oh, yeah, only about 600 people, right? Only about 600. It's only about 600 people. Doink. Thank you. Peter Richards just let me know what's going on with King Charles. I honestly, King Charles, I'm disappointed with him, right? Genuinely disappointed. Yeah, maybe we can have a talk with him, sort of straighten him out. And why can't they be treated in Egypt where it's more culturally compatible? I love the way they ignore that, like the completely different culture. Because the Egyptians don't want them. The Egyptians hate the Gazans, right? They hate Hamas for essentially embarrassing the entire Arab world, right? For always losing, right? When we just kissed the extended family, that's very true. There was an episode of Trigonometry about Israel Gaza. I saw that. I didn't watch that yet, but that looked really good. I like Trigonometry. I like Trigonometry. I like Lotus Eaters. I mean, like, I can, that will be the go-to news shows over the BBC, and the BBC know it and they hate it. Hey man, I'm pretty sure I just said Lotus, but I may be wrong. The James would never take them. I know. Bella Ramsey is ugly. I think anyone can get a makeover, right, and look good. Doctor Who magazine said Peter Richard will first go. I think you're right. I think you're right. Because the magazine industry in general is like on its ass. SFX keeps crying about how but we're exclusive, but people just go and listen to podcasts. I don't understand, right? Oh, well, I should get Dan to give me send me the link. Apparently, I'm on a podcast now. The Saturday night show I do with Dan is on the Fandom something or other podcast. Fandom Site Network. I don't know. It's on some podcast. I don't know. I like Alien, but dang, it's like I love Alien. Right? Love what Alien Earth. It's look, you got to treat it like, and I first realized this with Game of Thrones, right? You got to treat it like it's a novel, right? Like it's a slowly unfolding story, and you got to enjoy it like a novel, right? I think that's certainly where I go. Now, where should we start? Should we start the Bella Ramsey story before we get to Doctor Who? I think it might be worth it, right? Oh, Matt, hang on. Let's go over here. I've got a gazillion notifications on Twitter. Oh, no, people just having a conversation. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, somebody just sent me a link. I would say this was Selena Scott. I'll get to it on Thursday, probably. Yeah, Selena Scott being mugged. Man, and she still looks pretty good. I have to say, good for her, right? Good for her. Let me close that. Where are we going to? Is it Cosmic Book News? Here, 1 second. We'll share the screen. Okay, Millie, darling, you've done a great job. You've done a great job from detracting from the deep strangeness that is Bella Ramsey, right? And again, wear a push-up bra. I don't know. Try and accentuate your figure. Try and look feminine. Oh, feminism's on the way out. Feminism's on the way out. And femininity is here, baby. We just share screen. Doink. Cosmic Book News has become my go-to geek news site now because Branding Comics never has anything interesting. And again, they're so freaking crazy hating James Gunn. They literally they can't stand it. I'm like, I don't get it. Superman sequel reportedly gets fast-tracked to 2027 release. I'm glad to hear it. I think it deserves it. It was really good. So, yeah, this story. Apparently, Kamel Nanjiani is a lot for Booster Gold. Now, I can't stand Kamel Nanjiani. Such a soy piece of fuck, right? Can't stand him at all. But that's kind of what Booster Gold's supposed to be like. Booster Gold's supposed to be like, oh, God, you can't stand him. And I do get it's a race swap, but it's one that I don't think matters, really. I mean, I really don't think. I mean, like, as far as I recall, Booster Gold didn't have much backstory going on. Yeah, Bella Ramsey wants to play Spider-Man. Really? I want to finger bang Sydney Sweeney. Not all of us get what we want. Now, look, the reason she looks so fucking weird is because she accentuates her weirdness, because she's not very attractive. I don't know. I'm sure there's something you could do to look more attractive than that, Bella. All right? I'm sure there's a lot you could do to look more attractive. But the thing is, she's scared. And look. Throughout time, girls and boys have been terrified of rejection when it comes to, their first forays into romance. Everybody is. Right? And by the way, if you're a young person, like, again, on your first foray into romance, if I can tell the young men here, the girls are as scared as you, and it doesn't matter how incredibly hot they are, they're as scared as you. They respond very well to confidence, right? It's a, look, just as like most men respond well to big tits, women respond well to confidence, right? It's how we're genetically wired. It means that they have faith that you might be able to rear a family. I mean, they don't want to have a family, but faith that you will be able to rear and protect a family if you have confidence, right? Bella Ramsey is opening up to the idea of joining Marvel Universe, and she's going as far as saying she'd like to take the role of Spider-Man from Tom Holland, who's doing actually a very good job with it. In a recent interview with Variety, Ramsey was asked if she ever called The Last of Us co-star Pedro Pascal to get her into the MCU, as Pascal currently stars in Fantastic Four, and he's the thing that destroyed the Fantastic Four. It's been a massive flop. I wish I could show you an alternate reality where Matt Smith played Mr. Fantastic, and it would be much more successful. It really would have been much more successful. I don't know about that, Ramsey. I could be Spider-Man. No, Spider-Man. You got you have a snatch, darling. You don't have a dick. Right, Tom Holland did a great job though, so maybe they need a new superhero for me. Oh God, I know the unfuckable. I have no idea what you call it. Surprisingly, Ramsey admitted she is relatively new to Marvel movies. The actor revealed the only MCU-related film she went to see was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. What? Just a few months ago. That was an MCU movie. That was shit as well. What? Her thoughts? Incredible. I loved it, says Ramsey. Good for you. Again, why are you trying to make yourself look so sexless? Watch on X. Should be able to download it. We can hear her for herself. God. Oh, and this guy is a douchebag. Oh, this guy is the most disgusting douchebag. Did he purposely try and tank Superman? I don't know. He is a douchebag. Yeah, let's see what they got to say. Douchebags are us. Come on. Oh, there we go. Bella Ramsey.
Spider-Man.
Okay, make that pitch right now to Tom Holland. You're out, you're in.
Tom Holland did a great job, though. so I don't know. Maybe they do need to make a new one for me.
I mean, God, she's a personality vacuum. Bloody hell. I mean, like, really? She's got, she makes Emma Watson look charismatic. Oh, God, Emma Watson is the least charismatic person in the universe. Oh,
See it. Come on, slinging those webs.
Yeah, something like that.
Is that your favorite superhero?
You know what? Spider-Man was the one with Andrew Garfield. Are there several with him? One of them with him was the first time I'd ever watched a Marvel film, and that was...
It's not a Marvel film, darling.
Like 3 months ago was the first time that I'd ever seen a Marvel film, and it was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
So you're a weird, creepy kid. Who could have told? Who could have worked that out?
And?
Incredible. I loved it.
Again, I am convinced that she could be made over to look, not like anti-Viagra, right? I'm convinced that could happen if they only wanted it to happen, right? They don't want it to happen. They do not want it to happen. She is happily anti-Viagra. I mean, really, if ever you get an unwanted erection, just think of that, and that'll do the trick. And that's why she makes herself look like that. Anyway, oh god, that guy's such a douchebag. I really can't stand him. So yeah, Bella, you're a fucking boy, you fucker. No, again, well, look, she actually looks more normal there. But again, it's there's a rumor of a role. Please don't play rogue. I'm gonna be a dad. No, you're not. You're a girl, you fucked up little cunt. Oh god. I mean, I feel bad. She was really born at the wrong time. Look at the picture. Oh man. What the fans say. I would love to hear this. What we got? Come on, give me something. Bella Ramsey plays Spider-Man. That seems backward logic. If Bella Ramsey wants to play Spider-Man, then I must be the king of England. We do all respect Bella. I don't. Stay away from Marvel. Spider-Man is a stupid movie title, to be honest. Oh, wow. Spider-They. Spider Big Sir Johnson. Go away. Bella Ramsey says they could play Spider-Man. They. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, talk about the elephant in the room that said Bella Ramsey wants to play Spider-Man. Personally, I think she would destroy Marvel's reputation. Well, what reputation? As it's Spider-Man for a reason, right? She could have any other role like Spider-Gwen, but the ships that I know, right? Yeah, look, people are telling the same thing. Supporter reactions 20 to 25%. Okay, good. 75% people said fuck off. Right, do it, Bella, do it, says Timothy Sullivan. Make Bella Ramsey Spider-Man. It'll be the funniest movie ever. Oh, please, that actually would be funny. Okay, fine. It's a bad idea. It's a very, very, very bad idea. But let's go to here, which was actually quite a good idea. We're going to get to... Yeah, fine. Now I'm working out the order of stuff. Let's look at this. Now, firstly here. War Doctor versus the Cybermen. This is a really, really good idea. Like, why is this the picture? Why is there an old woman at the front? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And the other thing, like, how much would it cost to cosplay Jonathan Carey as the fucking War Doctor, for goodness sake? Right? Have them both cosplaying. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Right? He would totally be able to pull it off. And I think it would improve sales, frankly. Right? I really do. I mean, he could totally pull it off as a young War Doctor. But why is this old woman in the front? Oh. Time Lords and Daleks, watch out. A new side has joined the Time War. Jonathan Garry stars in The War Doctor Rises Cybergene, due for release in December 25 from Big Finish Productions. So this is something I would totally get. Right? I really like this idea. Right? I really genuinely like this idea. And I think it's I honestly think sorry, I just had a brain fart. It injects a new dimension into the Time War, which we haven't seen before, which really needs, like, where were the Cybermen during it? Right? And generally speaking, the War Doctor range is much better than more often good than bad. Right, I didn't listen to the last one because it didn't sound very interesting. But this one sounds good. I do like the box sets are 3-part stories, which gives them time to breathe and be a bit more epic, right? So, okay, so Cyberdine released in 2000 Big Finish Productions. The Adventure of the War Doctor, the Doctor's Time War era incarnation, Jonathan Carey, continued the next volume of the acclaimed full cast audio drama series, The War Doctor Rises, and it is acclaimed. It's a good... Is it more hit than miss? Let's have a quick look. So Cyberdine, that one looks good. That one... Didn't listen to the last one. $30. Are you kidding me? No. He played kind of like a detective. But again, look at the cover. You telling me you couldn't get Jonathan Carey, put a wig on him, have him dressed like that? Why not? They have very similar faces. They can really put Morbus and Mighty was good, right? That was a good epic story. This one just never gelled together. I mean, but at least they tried with this one. So these 2 releases are totally skippable, and it was kind of a bad idea, frankly. Then you got the initial 4 releases, all of which I thought were excellent. Warbringer, I thought was particularly good, right? That's the one where they had a foul spaceship, a foul battle cruiser designed by the Doctor, which could like use TARDIS chameleon technology to infiltrate. Right. So generally speaking, his first 4 ones were very good. They were directed by Lou Jameson, who opened a bit of a diatribe recently, and they did a good job. And then you got the John Hurt ones, which are all a delight. But the best one is Nick Briggs's Only the Monstrous, right? But again, I'm really happy that this Lost Doctor has got an era going on. Anyway, so this one sounds pretty good. It's also written by Jonathan Morris, who is generally speaking a solid writer, right? Doctor has already got his work cut out in the battle between the Time Lords and the Daleks. Now, third power emerges, Cybermen. Again, I liked it when they introduced Sontarans into the Time War. I thought that worked very well. The Lord, where are we up to? Not just any Cyberman, it's every Cyberman ever. That sounds a bit gimmicky. In an epic 3-hour adventure by writer Jonathan Morris, every variant of Cyberman yet seen on TV, and Doctor Who joins a monumental battle over time and space and time. Again, that sounds a bit kitschy, to be honest with you. The War Doctor must also stop their schemes and defend the cosmos, but will have help. Mitra Jadili, known as former playing Chloe on Ted Lasso, joins the fray as Nesta, a battle-hardened surgeon who becomes the Doctor's latest ally. Well, that's a good companion dynamic, right? I mean, it really is a good companion dynamic, and I think that they'll probably sound very good on not on screen, audio. Available now. It's £20 to download or $25 for the CD. As a conflict between Gallifrey and Skara rages, the Cybermen are gone from the universe until now. Well, that's interesting. The War Doctor finds himself on a world ravaged by battle, where the soldiers are kept alive by grimly familiar methods as the time is manipulated and the dead no longer stay dead, and a horrifying evolution begins, seeking answers across multiple worlds and long dead cyber. And in a long dead cyber too, the Doctor uncovers the terrible truth. Look, honestly, I like the Cybermen. I even like the Jodie Cybermen. I thought they were really solid design. I thought they were very Cybermen-y. I like the Cyber Lords as well. Nobody else likes it. I'm like, well, that's kind of fun. I do like them. So the ultimate cyber form is coming to join the Time War. Producer David Richardson says the Cybermen enter the Time War, and there's more than that. Every kind of Cybermen enters the Time War. Mondosian, Telosian, whatever their heritage is, half men and half machines will change stakes. Well, how are you going to pick this out on audio? I don't know. Writer Jonathan Morris said, script editor Matt Finn asked me if I wanted to write a War Doctor story, and I wrote, yes, please. Can I do a Cyberman story? Well, I've done a Cyberman Time War. That's actually a good question. I've never done a Cyberman story I've never done Cyberman stories in 20 years of working for Big Finish, and now everyone every now and then I've dropped hints about this, but they finally but it finally happened. All these ideas I had over the last 20 years about cool things to do with Cyberman, I put into this story. And again, look, Jonathan Morris is talented. Let's have a look at his resume. Let's go for stuff that I've listened to. Man, this is one I'm still plowing through. Oh, it's not, again, the writing's not bad. It's just Eighth Doctor Lucy Miller. Okay, I got to go back to some. Okay, this was good. Revolution in Space. That was very, very authentic. This was excellent. He wrote the Fusion of the Daleks. That was really, really good. That was probably one of my favorite of the Steve Noonan First Doctor ones. Right. We did the Once and Future one with Sylvester McCoy. Absolutely the best part of that story. 100% the best part of that story. I got out the Six Doctors reign by them. Emancipation of the Daleks. No, these novels are just too long, right? Warbringer. Again, just lots of good stuff, really. Day of the Comet. That's a solid story. The what we else got? Shadow of the Daleks. I think that was actually quite good. I can't remember. He did Chase the Night. That was actually not bad either. Okay, but yeah, you get the point. The Chameleon Empire, that was very good. Right. Did another very good not Zoe, Vicky story over there. The Crash of UK 201. That was good. I remember that. If I remember it was probably good. Static Subteria. Okay, but generally speaking, much more hit than miss. So for me, yeah, that is absolutely something I'm going to buy. They totally sold me on that, right? Completely and utterly. So, okay, this is just like a bit of ephemera, right? It's not really that important, but let's look at it anyway. So apparently, in the latest episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, we finally had a Doctor Who crossover, right? Something we've been wanting for years and years. Someone wanted for years and years. And again, it was a reasonably good episode. I will review it on Thursday, right? I am behind, right? I will review it on Thursday. It was, I think a strong episode, right? So anyway, the Enterprise. I put it over here. The Enterprise is caught inside this giant galactic whale thing. Got a good picture of it here. Like, you can't see it. It's like this tiny on that picture here. It's a better one. Yeah. Share screen. We'll go over here. Doink. Fine. And again, I really thought this was a very passable episode. Right? So, yeah, you see the Enterprises wrapped up in whatever this weird shit is, right? And you can just see the tail. I'll zoom in. It's like, it's a spaceship graveyard. And there you see you can see the TARDIS, but here we can see it in better detail over here. So I guess it was also caught in the belly of the, what was it? What did they say in Indiana Jones? They're in the belly of the metal beast. Okay, it's kind of stupid, and who cares, right? And who cares? Indeed, but it's a fun little story. I think it's a fun little story. Less fun. Let me close a few windows so I can see what I'm doing. Is what we got? That's the same story about the crossover. Doink. So here we go. This is a doozy. Right, this one's a doozy. It will flip your mind. Right, I haven't even read this yet. You're getting my live reaction to this. It certainly flipped my mind. I was like, what? Doctor Who producer reveals why casting Shooter Gatter and Jodie Whittaker was not some bold step in the culture wars. Yes, it fucking was. You lying cunt. Yes, it was 100%. That's what it was. It was 120% that. You know, and you're only saying it wasn't because you've lost the culture wars, right? Because we're hanging up George crosses instead of rainbow flags, right? You've lost the culture war. It's over. It's finished. It's done, right? The end. No more. That's the only reason I'm like, oh, culture war? What culture war? Yeah, the thing you lost. Emancipation? Well, I don't know. Of the Daleks. Facebook audio must be all about the new companion. It's simply as it should be. It's normal. No, it's fucking not. You fuckwit moron. It is not normal. Chicks do not have dicks. For fuck's sake, men and women are different. Doctor Who shouldn't. A central feature of Doctor Who shouldn't be how much he loves to suck dick. For fuck's sake, it's not fucking normal. And what, you want to tell me Jodie Whittaker was cast on her brilliant talent? She was awful, right? Like she was beyond. Here, let me find a clip. Let me find a clip of Jodie, right? That would really, I think, demonstrate how fucking awful she was as a doctor. Hang on, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I go video file, and I've got to wait for the drive to wake up. There you go. Doing. Go to. I think I've got a folder called. There we go. Now, can I find the Jodie one? Oh, it's one of these ones. Hang on, let me go. Jodie. No, it's not in that folder. Oh man, it was this one. Got a second folder looking for. I could just download it from YouTube, I guess. Hang on. No. The titles of these are hilarious. You know what? I'm just going to grab it from YouTube right now. I should just look at the best of Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker. Let's put that up. Oh, here it is. Yes. 1 minute of Jodie Whittaker super acting. Like, let's look at her wonderful acting. Oh, man, it's not letting me download it? Oh, come on. Really? Hang on. Now I'm irritated. Right now, this does irritate me. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to go to YouTube. Video down. Maybe I'll try from Twitter. Wait. There we go. YouTube video downloader. But I should find it on Twitter. 1 second. Just realized Twitter's actually a great place to find stuff. Man, I spelled everything wrong here. So let me look on the Twitwats. Doink. Come on. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, is that it? No. Oh God, scrunch face. Like, really? Why did anybody think this was a good idea? She is literally the one. What other than Shooter Gatwa? Who was worse, Shooter Gatwa or Jodie Whittaker? Hang on. Well, here Twitter isn't for letting me find it either. Let's try over here. Point. Paste your link. I'm pasting the link. But wait for a second. Okay, video is ready. So can I download it, please? It's first it tries to get you to subscribe to this thing, which I already have, but I don't want to subscribe to it. Download HD. Let's try that out. No. Oh man. Really? I mean, I'm going to have this much trouble to get an illustration of how awful Jodie Whittaker is. Right? She's epically awful as Doctor Who. Oh, there we go. Finally. Doink. No. Oh, is it downloading it? Okay, now it's going to take you a few minutes processing. Really? Processing? Fine, we'll come back to it. Doink. It's not normal. It's simply why? Why are men and women interchangeable? For the entire... Again, I'm not saying prohibit women from doing any jobs or men from doing it, but they're not interchangeable. Sorry, sexuality is something that matters more than, like, you know, your fucked up weirdo politics. Oh, yeah. Jodie Whittaker. Here it comes.
Show us.
Wrong video clip. Although I do agree with her. Like, why do none of these people show their faces? I mean, like, nothing seems more dodgy than that to me. Doink. What? Now it's not playing? Try that one more time. There we go, doink.
Oh, hi. This is an emergency transmission. If you're seeing this, the TARDIS must have detected an upsurge in psychological signals from somewhere in space and time.
Again, she can't deliver a line to save a fucking life. Like, why do you think being a condescending cunt is a shoo-in for the Doctor? Like, I at no point do I think that you are a Time Lord, right? Capaldi convinced me every freaking episode.
Basically, I think somebody somewhere might be a little bit worried. I'm actually just self-isolating, or as I like to call it, hiding from an army of Sontarans. But keep that to yourself. Now.
Self-isolating, fuck me. Do you remember what bullshit this was? Right? How this all turned out to be utter fucking nonsense.
Here's what I do in any worrying situation.
Here's what I do in any worrying situation. I just pretend I'm freaking awesome, mate. Oh, I keep up.
1, remember, you will get through this.
I can't believe that we did. I can't believe that we did. We got through it, and then we got something even fucking worse.
And things will be all right.
Honestly, again, you're telling me this. This is normal. It's not. She's awful. Here, let me see if I can. Here, now I'm going to look for this on YouTube again. I don't want to say it out. Oh God, it's so hard to type without saying what I'm typing. Now, will this do it? Will it let me download this one? Oh, hey, this one with downloads. Okay.
Even if they look uncertain, even if you're worried, darkness never prevails.
Really? Really? You ever heard of concentration camps? Prevailed a lot of time there.
2, tell jokes, even bad ones, especially bad ones. I am brilliant at bad ones.
What? Just like brilliant at bad acting? Oh.
3, be kind. Even kinder than you were yesterday.
Yeah, are you going to be kind to people you disagree with, Jodie? Do you agree with being kind to people who voted for Donald Trump, who wears a MAGA hat, who, is hanging a George Cross? Are you going to be kind to those people? No, you're going to call them racist Nazi scum, aren't you?
And I know you were super kind yesterday. Look out for each other. You won't be the only one worried. Talking will help. Sharing will help.
Okay, you dumb cunt. Nothing is designed to make children worried more than this shit. Thank God nobody gave a shit about you. Like no kid would ever go and see you.
Look out for your friends, your neighbours, people you hardly know, and family.
Wish you did that and just didn't take the role.
Because in the end, we're all family.
No, you're not doing me, darling. Nothing doing me. You're not my family. Fuck off.
4, listen to science.
Really? Listen to the science. This has aged badly, hasn't it? They lied to us through their fucking teeth. It was the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of fucking humanity to multinational corporations.
Listen to doctors, right? They've got your back. 5, stay strong. Stay positive. You've got this. And I will see you very soon.
God, never again, darling, never again. So, okay, that's not normal. Let me show you what is normal, right? What is normal for Doctor, which is why we love Doctor Bloody Who, right? Doink.
What are you waiting for?
Just touch these 2 strands together, and the Daleks are finished. Have I that right?
Again, you buy this instantly. And look, I know that she was just in a closet, and I know they're in a cheap TV studio in 1975, right? I know it's not real. But man, do they deliver it. with conviction, with reality. This is what normal Doctor Who was supposed to fucking look like, you fuckwits.
To destroy the Daleks, you can't doubt it.
But I do. You see, some things could be better with the Daleks. Many future worlds will become allies just because of their fear of the Daleks.
Allies. I love the way you say that. It's wonderful.
It isn't like that.
But the final responsibility is mine. Mine alone. Listen, if someone who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that that child would grow up totally evil, to be a ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives, could you then kill that child?
We're talking about...
Every time I see this, I get chills at how good it is, right? It's good because, again, you buy the reality of it, the authenticity of it.
The Daleks, the most evil creatures ever invented. You must destroy them. You must complete your mission for the Time Lords.
Do I have the right? Simply touch one wire against the other, and that's it. The Daleks cease to exist. Hundreds of millions of people, thousands of generations can live without fear, in peace, and never even know the word Dalek.
Then why wait? If it was a disease or some sort of bacteria you were destroying, you wouldn't hesitate.
Well, that's not entirely true. A couple of years later, he hesitated destroying, what's it called, the invisible enemy? The Lucas, was that it?
But if I kill, wipe out a whole intelligent life form, then I become like them. I'd be no better than the Daleks.
Think of all the suffering there'll be if you don't do it.
Stunningly directed as well, like focusing on the two wires and the intensity of his performance. Again, completely buying it.
Doctor, been looking everywhere for you. Davros has agreed to our terms.
Yeah. Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire. Same thing. Oh, no, 1 second. Doink. Anyway, that's what normal is. I'm glad we reminded each other. Not now. Speaking of Doctor Who, Doctor Who producer Jane Tranter has opened up about the normality of the show. Speaking, well, again, that's what one of the problems with it. It became mundane, dull, just really, really boring, right? I mean, again, the Christmas special where Shooty was, in a hotel. Oh God, that was so stupid, right? In the middle of the last Christmas special, Shooty had to spend a year in a hotel. He becomes an odd job man, right? And it's just like he lives a normal life, right? And it's really... So what was originally in the script was that he went to all these different hotels chasing these magic doors. And they said, we can't build all those hotel sets. What they should have done, right, is just build one hotel set and change the name of the hotel. And they say, look, hotels look the same all the world over, right? You could even have the same actors in them, right? That would have worked. Right, but no. There's no place of good ideas or original thinking in queer Doctor Who. Of the normality of this show, speaking to sensitive issues, let's casting the first female Doctor in Jodie Whittaker and the first full-time black Doctor in Ncuti Gatwa. And again, it's not that he's black. I honestly, I like Colin Baker. I really wish they cast a black guy as a Doctor instead of Colin Baker. Right, that would have been the perfect time, and I think it really would have dramatically turned around Doctor Who's fortunes. Well, history is history is. All right, but that was the time to do it, right? And nobody would have complained. Everybody was, that's good. As long as you get a good actor, no one would have complained. But again, it was a statement hiring a very queer, very black Ncuti Gatwa. And again, he wasn't very good playing the role. All he can play is super gay people. I mean, that's literally his acting range, right? Ncuti, we want you to play this role here. Oh, can I play a super gay? Yes, of course. Ncuti, we want you to play Romeo. Can I be a super gay Romeo? Well, of course. Right? Okay, Ncuti, we're casting you in the remake of Rambo as Rambo. Okay. Am I going to be super gay? Well, it doesn't really fit. Well, I can't take the role. Tranter was part of the creative team who revived Doctor in 2005, yes, and destroyed it in 2025. She later went on and returned to the show in 2023. She also produced the hits including Succession, Spooks, and Life on Mars. I like Succession. She is a talent, right? But man, they're detached from reality. They're absolutely detached from any form of reality. Speaking at King College London, in Touch magazine, she said, I like the fact that Doctor Who can touch on sensitive issues and do it in an entertaining and engaging way. If it was an entertaining and engaging way, you wouldn't have been cancelled. Right? You expected it to be the most popular thing ever. Right? You thought it was just going to work and work away, and everyone's going to laugh. Oh, queer Doctor Who. Oh, she did so wonderful. Didn't work out that way, did it? Fine. You can touch on sensitive issues in an entertaining, engaging way. That's how Rusty Davis writes. It's not how he wrote since 2023. I also don't see the casting of Jodie Whittaker as the first female Doctor or casting Shooter Gant as the first Black Doctor as a bold step in the culture wars. Really? It's simply as it should be. It's not. Why is it normal? Why is it normal here? Let's see if I can find this. Hang on. Where is this the one? Hang on. Oh, where's this ad? Oh, so hard to type without syncing it out. Oh, is this it? Oh, no, I can't find it. It's a real bummer. Oh, here it is. There you go. So you're saying it wasn't a political statement. That's really what you're saying, Jane. Because I beg to differ, right? I do beg to differ. If it wasn't a political statement saying how women are doing it for themselves, oh, look at that, we're throwing off the chains of patriarchy and losing all our viewers. She's literally breaking the glass ceiling, right? That's literally, I mean, like, that's all you're focused on. You're trying to, and look, this wasn't a cheap effect either, was it? No, you put a lot of time and money into making this very political statement.
Oops.
And fuck me, she was awful right from the start. Look at that. It's about time. Oh, really? Really? Because I thought it was normal and as it should be. You're lying through your fucking teeth. Right? And okay, listen. It wasn't like normal. It was part of this cultural revolution that you were fully had full-throated support for. Right? Which failed. It's a cultural, and you lost it. Right? So don't tell me, oh, it wasn't part of the culture war. Look at this. This tends to, say differently. One second. Let me look at this as well. Hang on. Let's see if I can pull this up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. This has aged so badly. It's delicious. So again, why are you trying to pretend this wasn't a culture war statement? And I tell you, when I first saw this logo, I was like, man, that's cool. It's Doctor Who, but it's feminine. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do, right? And again, you're trying to tell me this wasn't a salvo in the culture war. Well, then why did Jodie Whittaker do this?
I'm officially done by Doctor Who. All right. Rude.
Yeah, she was terrible. And again, look at the smugness in her face.
Gutted you've sold out to the PC squad, and I'm female.
Yeah, they did so. Yeah, I'm sorry. And this was what, 2017? Yeah. You did look at that idiot face. You did sell out to the PC squad. Right? Totally did. I mean, like, you understand the internet's still here. We can look things up. Are you unaware of that's how the interwebs work? Here, let me see if I can find the. No. Here it is. That's what I wanted. God, and she's look again. So little ability, so little talent, such incredible smugness.
My son just pretend fainted with excitement.
Yeah, your son's a homo, darling. And I don't mean gay. I mean he's a homo. Right? Very different things.
But an immortal, time-travelling, regenerating alien played by a woman, it just isn't realistic.
It's not that it's not realistic. It's like, okay, could you have Adolf Hitler play Doctor Who? Well, anybody could be Doctor Who, or like a Hitler lookalike. Would that work, I wonder? I think not, right? My guess is no.
Lots of folks who never cared about Doctor Who before are suddenly very concerned. Maybe we should announce that climate change is a woman.
Oh, fuck off. Why do you make Greta Thunberg Doctor fucking Who? Oh, climate change, your fucking religion. Now, but, you know, again, look at it. It's the opposite of reality. People who never cared about Doctor Who said, oh, it's a woman. Oh, whoa, what a punch in a culture war it was.
Fair point. Jamie Gillespie has added a lot of red angry faces. You've ruined it.
And, you know, okay, he really should have said it before they saw he ruined it. Should have leapt to judgment. But she did.
You haven't even seen me do it yet.
Yeah, but, like, he was right, and you did ruin it.
For each sexist bigot threatening not to watch.
Okay, are you trying to tell me this isn't a salvo in the culture war? Sexist bigot threatening not to watch. You mean like the entire fucking audience, right? That went from went from like, yeah, let's say 9.5 million, 9.7 million, now to 1. It's so shit.
There'll be a young girl with a new hero they didn't have before.
Nope, that never happened. That magical new audience never showed up. They thought it was shit. Right? That's normal. When you make Doctor Who into a smug, annoying woman, people stop watching it. That's what normal's like, Jane. Not this.
Hashtag good riddance. Hashtag Dr. 13. Sam, who is at, have a better name, Sam, on Twitter. I can't even say it. He said ruined.
Flexify?
We hang out.
Flexifun!
Sometimes.
Again, you're trying to tell me this wasn't and again, you're only going to say it wasn't a salvo of the culture war because you lost it. All right, you lost it. Again, look at the smugness. This is the same thing as putting rainbow flags everywhere. Here, smug she looked. Yeah, look at all this merch that never sold and lost money. How many coasters did you sell there? I bet not many after the show aired. I mean, she can't even act on a fucking catwalk. She is absolutely useless. Oh, can you imagine if this was good? I wish it was good. So, Jane, darling, I like Succession a lot, but you are a lying cunt or delusional. One of the two, right? One of the two. It's normal. No, none of that was normal. That's why what was normal was Doctor Who was popular and people liked it, right? Doctor Who has always been progressive, but in recent years, conversation has sparked the show's so-called woke attitude. Okay, by the BBC. Okay, let's find the Dead Ringers sketch. Dead Ringers, Doctor Who woke. See if I can find that one. Okay, yeah, really? We're all just making it up. It's all in our head. No, this Doctor Who isn't obnoxiously woke. Oh no, I mean gaslighting to like to an incredible degree, right? Really, it's not woke, is it? We're just making it up.
All that now on BBC One. It's time for the last in the series of Doctor Who. Yes, it's still going.
Still going, and nobody watches it because it's shit.
I was surprised too.
Hey, Commander Stewart, what's going down, babes?
Doctor, thank God you're here. There's a CGI monster from another dimension destroying the whole of London, again.
Plenty of time for that. Give me a hug. hug? Sure, I've got to hug everybody in this room because that's the kind of woke, touchy-feely doctor I am now.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't woke at all. Everyone just imagining it. It was in their heads.
Not leave any minority behind. Okay, wheelchair-bound lady, give me a hug. Ethnic man, here comes a hug. Trans person, it's hugging time.
I mean, it's literally the unit, the Rusty Davis unit, right? I mean, like perfectly encapsulated. I reckon. Do you think John Coltrane wrote this? I think there's a good chance here. 1 second. Let me pull this picture. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Now I've lost my place. Oh, there, doink.
Gay robot, you is in for one heck of a hug. Show me the lovin'.
Show me the lovin'. I think the robot was gay. I forgot about that.
I have you now, Doctor.
I warned you. The CGI monster's broken in.
And here's what you have to do to beat it, Kate, babes. Simply tell me that I'm wonderful and how I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Doctor, do you think lazily written mawkishness is really going to scare me?
Well, actually, yes.
Let's see, monster babes. Kate?
You lift everyone up by your example, Doctor.
No, stop! I can't take the hallmark card straightness of your empty platitudes.
It's working. The power of unearned sentimentality in the script is poison to it.
Right. You may not have a family, Doctor, but we humans are all your children.
Please don't say it.
Because, Doctor, it's not the family you're born into which matters. It's the one you find along the way.
Yeah, that's the family that you're born into matters actually a bit more.
God, it worked! It just died of cringe.
Yeah, as the Doctor Who, darling.
Laters, I'm off to regenerate into Billy Piper for clicks.
100% accurate. So yeah, how's that going, darling? How Shane Rusty Days made it clear he's got no time for criticism on that matter. We don't care. We have no time for you. We had no time for your program. That got cancelled. Miss, I got no time for your criticism. Okay, maybe you should have found something. You should have listened to some of us. We were so in the bag for you, Russell, as well, right? We were so in bag for you. British Chatting Exclusive Radio Times, he said he doesn't necessarily view anything he's added to the series as a representation per se. I just think it's my life. No, it's pure representation, right? And again, that you can't tell the difference in your life and normal life is not good, right? It is not good for you, right? At all. Oh, I got a message coming. Yeah, well, I'll get back to it in a second. Now I've lost some place. It's just my life. I know it's your life. A super gay man who's like hates British culture. He said, and I am kind of rather amused that people keep saying you're representing things now because that's just the people I live with. I know maybe you should live with normal people, right? Maybe you should live with somewhere where chicks don't have dicks, right? Where it's not normal for them. It's very normal. Now you keep saying that your very limited worldview is normal. It's not. We've explained to you over and over and over and over again. It's not normal. None of this shit is normal. That's why your Doctor Who died a fucking death. Because it's not normal. It's very normal to me. Well, good for you. I don't know any other way to make things. Well, don't make Doctor Who then. Some people might come along and make a fuss about it. No, we just said the show's shit and we don't like it. I mean, again, and it was like, and we actually happen to love the show, right? We care about it, and you destroyed it with your batshit crazy insanity. David's added, but I think it's a great thing to see. I think Doctor Who is a great big open door for everybody who wants to come and see. Okay. Oh, so you can make Donald Trump Doctor Who, right? I think why not? Why not? I mean, again, if you is it for anybody or just people you like? Even if you're straight as a now. Come in and watch it. There's lots in it in this for you. Well, we were watching it, and I am straight as a now. And then, okay, here. If I may illustrate one more time, let me see if I can find this file. Sure I can. Here we go over here. Doink. Yeah, this one I should be able to find quite easily. Yeah, just in the same way, it's not normal for Balla Ramsey to think that she's a shoo-in for fucking Spider-Man. Right? No, that's not normal. Oh, man. I would love them to meet Normal. Well, they have met Normal, and they said they're all Nazis. Normal is Nazis! Where is this? This is not normal.
I tell you what, when we both get out of this, let's argue across the stars.
Yeah. And this insertion of queerness, right? Again, it's degenerate. This is like, why is there adult sexuality all the way through a family show? Because I can't watch it with my kids anymore. Right, I won't be able to watch it with my grandkids. I'm hoping, by the time they're old enough to watch Doctor Who, it'll be back and it'll be good and it'll be normal. I can't wait. I really hope that'll be fantastic. My son's having twin boys. By the time they're 5 or 6. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, but I think at 5 or 6, I'll start on Jerry Anderson. Oh, it'll be fantastic.
I like that.
Okay, I understand this is your everyday life, Russell. It's most people it isn't.
You lose your friend to save the world.
Okay, yeah, fine. So, Russell, you're full of shit, incredibly. Very, 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 very full of shit, right? The Doctor Who went super woke and dragged it down and destroyed it, essentially. I'm glad you had Jodie Whittaker there. And again, we know this current era of Doctor Who was completely set in an alternate universe, right? So, fine. An alternate side, that is good. That is very good. So yeah, Doctor Who is woke and it got destroyed because it's woke. Same thing can be said for Big Finish. Now, I was saying in my intro, I'm not sure how far we're going to go. I've only got half hour right now. As I was saying in my intro, when Big Finish started, it was very, very different in that there was very progressive Doctor Who going on in the Virgin Adventures, which I liked a lot. Right, I really, really enjoyed that sort of stuff. I mean, I like the more adult nature of stuff. It's more adolescent nature in hindsight. But yeah, I thought the books are fantastic. I really loved like so many of those. Like Left-Handed Heisenberg is a great, great, great book. It's really fantastic. It's a fantastic Doctor Who story, right? But it was very, you had Doctor Who that was in the rad camp, right? The radical camp, and then you had the trad camp, which was the traditional one, which is what Big Finish was. They made very traditional Doctor Who. And it was a great counterbalance, and it served the audience that wasn't being served by the New Adventures. Or like me, I got both because I like them all. Right? So, in this era of just crushing wokeness, right? They could have maintained the classic ranges as being non-woke, right? And they couldn't have printed enough if they did that. But no, so the last review I did was from 2015 to 2020, and you saw this like descent into wokery again. If I may pull up the scientist that has meticulously reviewed the data and has come up with a very astute understanding. Well, now, what is that understanding?
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Yep, everything woke. Have you seen London recently? Yeah, everything woke turns to shit, right? So by the time I left off in 2020, it was really not in a good place, right? It was not. There was the entire, basically everything was just unlistenable by this point. So fine. Bernie Summerfield, again, I don't really like audiobooks. They're too long. They re-released this trilogy. It's not bad. This is what they all should be. £10 This is actually a good idea. This is the model they should do more of. Right? Omar, Davros, and Marson. These were 3 good stories. $10 for that is what the pricing should be for. Like, they should all be in groups of 3. Right? But again, old stuff. Torchwood. I guess they've. This is probably one of the last John Barrowman things before they cancelled him big time. And this was awful. Dark Universe. Oh, yeah, this was. It really was awful. It was about capturing the 11, who is a fantastic villain. Right, I love Sylvester McCoy, but it's all this angsty stuff about how much old Ace hates the Doctor. Didn't really work. So then we on the False Doctor range. So a lot of this wasn't bad, admittedly. Purgatory 12 and Chase the Night. Chase the Night, I remember. These are all set in East Space. And Chase the Night was this train that goes around a planet. Now, it's always got to be in nighttime. If it hits daytime, they all burn to death or something. That wasn't bad. And Adam Adamant lived, okay, in previous days, I would have tried this out, right? But no, I'm sorry. You just wanted to tell me that you hated me in every way, shape, and form. And Sarah Jane Adventure, Sarah Jane Smith, it was okay. I would say, I mean, if you love Liv Sladen, it's worth, but other than that, it was very missable. I would have got Dracula's Guest, but I avoided it again because they just like I couldn't trust them anymore. And this was also awful. The Psychic Circus. That was a really, and again, great cast. Stephen White wrote it, who wrote The Great Show in the Galaxy, which I like a lot. It just like completely failed, right? It completely failed. And the East Bay stuff was getting it was that the Quest for the Engineer wasn't bad, but generally speaking, look, these are okay, right? Actually, I like this one quite a lot. The 12th Doctor with who was it? Jake Dudman as the 12th Doctor. This was when he was doing a dramatic reading and he wasn't playing the 12th Doctor. That I thought would work. But Samuel Anderson was in it, who was really good. Torchwood, Time War. Yeah, no, I was out by then because I think Gallifrey, it was one of the wokest bloody things they did. And there was no good writers on it. So I was like, nope. Blake 7, Restoration, fantastic. Right? Okay, they did 2 seasons of Blake 7 in the middle of, towards the end of the 3rd season, right? They slotted in. Fantastic. So by this time, Paul Darrow was dead. God rest his soul. And they and so they had a conceit. He was in suspended animation or something like that, and then they use old lines to be able to create his dialogue. Honestly, if you love Blake 7, I really recommend Restoration. Right, it's really good. Right, really good. Substantive, whatever over here. Okay, Donna Noble Kidnap. That was actually pretty good too. Right? See, that's the thing. It's not universally bad. It's just mostly bad. Donna Noble Kidnap was a pretty good box set. Not $40 worth. Good. Again, it should be a tenner. A tenner's worth it. $40. Are you crazy? Atagirl 2. Fuck off. Really? I mean, like, okay, women are great, but like, why are we treating the most privileged people in Western civilization as if they're an oppressed underclass? They're not, right? They're not. Something again, another awful one, right? Another genuinely awful one. And again, good cast, just stories that fell apart completely. Who wrote that one? Who wrote this? Ian McNeice, isn't it? He was good. This was written by Helen Goldberg. Yeah, you could tell. You could really tell. So then the First Doctor Adventures, I think one story was like a historical. Yeah, Last Romans wasn't bad, but Return to Skaro was identical to Power of the Daleks. It was identical to, I think, Power of the Daleks. The Lives of Captain Jack. Yeah, he was on his way out then. Isolation. People were still dealing with COVID, right? We were in lockdown a lot of 2020. Decline. Okay, Short Trips. Short Trips were. I think I was out by then. Torchwood, I would get. Yeah, I was generally speaking done with by then. Was this a full cast though? I was surprised. I didn't think they did full cast ones for these. No. Okay. So Michael Palin, he's literally the only person in it. Blimey. Again, I like Michael. Another awful one. Everything woke turns to shit. Cara the Vultress. Really, I unlistenable. Susan's War one was excellent though. Okay, that I'll give it up to. Countermeasures, they were. It was well before past its sell-by date. It was really unremarkable. The villain was pretty darn good though. The guy playing the villain was good, but generally speaking, I can't remember it. So that's the sign. Class was shit everywhere on TV, on audio. They matched perfectly. No one is interested in Class. And then Pathmaster Gang. No, I literally like them on TV. And Time Slip. No, another thing that totally failed. I mean, look at this cover. Really, it looks atrocious. All right. I mean, and the three actors that Sarah Sun looks vaguely realistic, but these other two actors, who is it? Spencer Banks and Cheryl Burfield, look like they have no idea what they're doing. The Age of the Death Lottery. And I wasn't a Time Slip fan. It was a little before my time. So beyond Shadow of the Sun was an okay story, right? Like, and I would just say okay. But it's some showing off how they worked out to record things in lockdown, everybody in their little closets or whatever, their little recording rooms. And good for them that they managed to do that. Like, I was happy about that. Scorched Earth was meh. It was like very, very average. And they showed the Nazis to be three-dimensional people who were villainous and good at the same time in some cases, which I liked. I just wish they would do that with people who like Nigel Farage. If you did that for the Nazis, could you do that for the Reform voters? No. This is probably one of the best Third Doctor stories. The Poison of Darkness was excellent, and that this range has remained darn good all the way through, and they refresh it just at the right time. Regeneration Pulse, I don't even remember this one, but I like that it was Jake Dubman doing it. Human Frontier was excellent as well. I mean, honestly, I thought that was absolutely really, really good. I bought the second volume, and it's been pushed back like 5 years. Like, I think 3 years. It's been like years and years and years. I'll be surprised if it ever comes out. Hang on. What if it's been recorded? Let's have a look. But again, very good, very intelligent science fiction. What's this? Was this the... So that's from May 2020. Human Frontier 2 is now scheduled for May 2028. There's an 8-year gap between them. I mean, really? Has it been recorded, do you think? There's a video here. That's from the first one. Cast. It hasn't said it's been recorded, but I think they're pushing it off. Right? I think they're pushing it off because they can't afford it, right? Essentially. 2028. Oh, God. Again, Time Slip 2. You saw how much it's crashed and burned, right? It just didn't go anywhere. Again, because they lost the trust of the audience, right? They had lost the trust of the audience. And why? Because of pieces of shit like Stranded, right? Oh, let's strand Doctor in 2020 Earth with a chick with a dick. Then your companion who's going to have a lesbian affair but have straight sex. I don't understand. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, stop with the fucking wokery. Right, and again, this is what pushed me out. I bought every Paul McGann release up until then, right? And then at that point, I was done. In July, Starcott's Mars. Was this? Yeah, this one actually was much better than the first series. I'm surprised they did it, but it was reasonably solid, and as far as I recall, not painfully woke. Whereas Missy, again. I love these box sets. I mean, Michelle Gomez and Rufus Hound together, very good combination. But then they brought in this new agonizing character, Lumiere, right, who was a good master from the future, who was female. Okay, just stop with your bullshit. Right? Sex is not fluid. Will you stop preaching your fucking bullshit to us? And I should have to say this about a company, you know, who makes children's TV or family TV adaptations. Robots 2, boring as hell. I was well out. I stay with it. It was just like dull. Lovecraft's Invasion, I thought wasn't bad, but it had some very clunky dialogue inserted on the insistence of the BBC to say that how Lovecraft is a evil Nazi lover, right? Which I don't think he was at the time. And Time Apart, this was the monthly range was turgid by this point, absolutely turgid. 4 individual stories where Peter Davison's Doctor had ditched the who was it, Tegan and Nissa and Adric on Gallifrey for a bit at the end of their last story. And you had like these four stories where he decided whether he wanted to come back or not. And none of them were very good, right? None of them were very good. And Animal Lives, again, could have done well. Good cast. I think good writer as well, right? But you know, you had broken trust with us with your relentless lecturing on your fucked up weird religion that nobody cares about. It might have been good. In the old days, I would have tried it, but not now. Thin Time Manquake, more shit. Oh, God, talking of shit. They don't get much shittier than the Sixth Doctor and Perry Volume 1. You know how well it went down? There's no Sixth Doctor and Perry Volume 2. There are 4, again, agonizingly woke stories where just sexism is everywhere. So much sexism. Oh, no, the sexism. There isn't. Out of time, they were getting kind of desperate for something to be a good seller. I think because they needed it by then. And this one was good. The problem with this was that it was David Tennant and Tom Baker together. It was a 1-disc story. It should have been minimally 2 discs, probably a 3-disc set, right? Because they really are somewhat delightful to hear together. And the premise was good. The writing was good. Don't bother with any of the other out-of-time stories. They're not worth your time, right? They're really not worth your time. Again, Dracula's War. I don't trust him. This is the worst release they've ever done. The Flying Dutchman, the worst release they've ever done. Had a cabin boy in it who turned out to be a girl. Who, if you couldn't tell that, you're has some kind of brain injury. This was a reasonably I like the Bernie Summerfield range. This was a reasonably dull one though, where essentially you got a alternate universe Doctor played by David Warner, again, who was shacked up with Lisa Bowerman at the time. I had no idea. But what I liked about it, this was very much Bernie Summerfield, right? And it was I like the Bernie Summerfield range a lot. It's she's a strong female hero that really genuinely works, right? So and he was on trial on Gallifrey, I think, for not being from this native to this universe. They were going to destroy him. Time War 4 was actually very, very good. This initial run of 4 stories for Paul McGann Time War were excellent. I think the kind of fell apart of that. Davros always good. Callan, they did an excellent job with Callan. You know why they did an excellent job with Callan? Because they faithfully adapted stories written by the guy who wrote Callan. What's his name? He wrote stories for some newspaper. Peter Mitchell? James Mitchell. But it was for the Sunday Express short stories, and they really worked. This is, again, $40? Fuck off. Right? Genuinely fuck off. Oh, God. Yeah. More bad shit. Time Lord Victorious. Oh, God. Yeah, so we're very much in hiatus now, sort of, with Doctor Who, and they brought in Time Lord Victorious to fill in the gap. Where are we in? 2020 still? Yeah, we're still in 2020. They brought in Time Lord Victorious to fill the gap. Now, this is actually the best release on Time Lord Victorious because you had an absolutely awful Delgado Master, wonderfully played by what's he called again? Oh, what's his name? Really? They this John Coleshaw, right? Excellent play by John Coleshaw. But a much better story written by Simon Courier for the Ainley Master really, really worked, right? Really, really worked. That was the last thing that worked in Time Lord Victorious. Shadow of the Daleks, shit. Avoid like the plague. Oh god, it was really agonizingly bad. Right? Again, the main range by this point had come off the rails. And why? Everything. Let's pull up that quote again. Where is it?
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Everything woke turns to shit. Peter Rick said he wants to revisit Space Prince Precinct. I didn't like it when I was on TV. Actual cops are acting like the characters in it now. Time of Victorious, again, agonizingly bad. Talks with us out. Or Paternoster Gang, I was bored with. Okay, good one, though. War Master is, generally speaking, very good. And Hearts of Darkness, yeah, it was solid. Most of this range was pretty good. Let me find. There was one, actually. This was the best one, where he steps into Genesis of the Daleks. This one was okay, nothing terrible. But hey, this is the one. Well, we were talking about Cybermen before on the Time War. This is where he gets a companion, and I think this is the one where he is the companion wants to save the people on this planet, but he kind of ends up making them into proto Cybermen. It's a really fun little story. Okay, the Dark Empire, great. Shadow Daleks, just awful. Who wrote it? It's really genuinely awful. Oh, Lizzie Hopeley, John Dorney, Ronald Moore, Jonathan Barnes. Yeah, well, I guess Lizzie Hopeley turned out to be Lizzie Hopeless. Time Lord Victorious, also shit. I think there was another one where they had the stunning and brave female captain of a starship. Wicked Sisters failed completely. Bringing back the Tracer twins, who were from the sequel to Key to Time that Big Finish did, pairing them up with Peter Davison and Louis Jameson as Leela. I couldn't visualize it in the Fifth Doctor's era, right? At all. I could not picture it, and I think that's essentially why it failed. We got it. So 10th Doctor River Song, surprisingly good, right? Genuinely, it's about like all three stories I thought were good. And they do work very well together. Man, did I just finish 2020? Holy crap. Takes a long time to go through this shit. Platinum Pimpernel, awful. Again, more Colin Baker. Again, Perry's undercover. Nobody can tell she's a girl, even though she's got huge fucking tits, which is, let's be fair, her USP. But not in this picture. Oh no. That'd be too much for the male gaze. I'm sorry. Perry had massive and, may I say, reasonably wonderful tits. Grey Man of Mountain, no, can't recommend it. Fell apart, right? It really fell apart towards the end. John Coleshaw was good at the Brigadier, but again, that last part is just, it completely died. And it was the writer, I think, wasn't very good. Who was it? Elizabeth Miles. Yeah. You can see all these like diversity hires kind of vanished. Doink. Let's see what she's done recently. What? She adapted goth opera? I don't believe you for a second. Maybe. Well, she did. I take it back. I stand corrected. Right? I stand corrected. There's not much in note here, really. Be honest with you. I think the Baby and the Butcher story was probably awful. Sadly, Time of Victorious, absolutely awful. Time of Victorious, Genesis of the Daleks, Genesis awful. Robots, awful. Oh, man. It was a bad year. It was a very bad year. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do like I guess a year every week or twice a week until we catch up, right? And I'll link it all up into one video. That's probably where it goes. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I screamed enough about the world. But yeah, look, thank God we've climbed out of woke. Thank God it's over. And like, you can keep putting out as much woke stuff as you like. No one cares. No one, like South Park, right? I love that South Park's so expecting to get a rise from MAGA, right? Because they're so mad. Oh, they're maddy mad at them. And so no one cares, right? By the way, who said like Peter? It said like Terrorhawks. I like their the Big Finish. They did 3 box sets. They were all good. If you like Terrorhawks, that will be a recommend. But again, they just charge way too much for it, right? Well, David, you shouldn't have gone woke then. Says Tom Baker. Can't disagree. Fine. Why would I want to revisit Space Marines that the actual cops are acting? Yes. Space Marines, again, real life. Look, you want to see how bad the cops are now? Let's end on this. Because they do not like, right? They do not. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. They do not like us uppity Brits putting up with our English flags. No. They're very upset about it. Where is this? Not Duggar. Oh, the wrong thing. Here we go. Doink. Where is it? Yes.
In this from the pub in at the Bell, near the Bell. Hold on. Look, guys.
Okay, you know why they're arresting her? Because they're saying she walked too slow to be provocative. Really?
They're arresting her.
For what? She's just walking down the street.
They're arresting that lady there.
Excuse me, madam. Does that happen to be a Nazi flag? No, it's a George Cross. Yes, that's what he said. Nazi flag. Incitement to hatred. If it was a rainbow flag or Palestinian flag, that'll be fine. But no, George Cross. No. I love the police. Like, no, get away from her. Don't look at us being fascist cunts.
I'm forward. They're arresting that lady there. Absolutely wrong. Totally wrong. That cop's giving me a space.
And you know what? They should be ashamed to have see that flag on the floor. That's the fucking problem.
I can just sort of walk through there.
And why is she handcuffed behind her fucking back? Like, okay, why are you treating us like animals and you treat the animals like they're the righteous? Why is her hands behind her back? Is she a threat? Yes, she is a threat because she's saying England is English. Police, they are a fucking disgrace.
Right, I have. Oh, do you know what? From now on, I'm going to put a couple of vodkas in this or something.
Let it go. No, off in the.
I have. I'll make sure. I know they're actually whispering to each other.
She's a little old bloody lady. That's some fucking respect. And look at them. Oh, far right now. Watch out for that far right. Oh, thank God they uncuffed her at last. Absolute disgrace. The British police, they are an absolute endless disgrace. And they hate England, right? They hate England, or they're commanded by people who hate England. Filthy, right? And a crime, she walked too slow. Here, I think I got it written down there. 1 second. Where is it? Hang on. I'll be over here. Where is it? Please watch the beginning of the video. The police arrested this lady because, in their opinion, she wasn't walking fast enough. She was released at 4 a.m. Disgraceful. I hope she sues them. It is disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. 4 a.m. You people are scum. They really are. They're absolute filth. Keep flying the George flag, ladies and gentlemen. I wholeheartedly endorse this protest because they hate it so much. Oh, they hate it. They hate it. It's totally worth it. Fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again. Say good night, good luck, and may your God walk with you. And that was it.